Immortal Gates of Pyre will feature 5 factions on launch day. Currently in the alpha playtest, you are able to play 2 factions, Aru and QRAF, and the goal is to have a 3rd faction ready to launch in the beta phase. QRAF, the Angelic Empire, a sacred covenant between man and angel. By face value, they look and play a lot like Protoss from StarCraft, with high value, strong units that is even stronger in a Ball of Death. QRAF gains bonuses when they step on hallowed ground. The QRAF race is a very defensive faction when playing as Awesome, whereas Jari offers more versatility with a healing and buff abilities, making the units more sustainable. Aru, the Root Witches, bound by blood and sacrifice to the God Tree. These plant-like creatures might seem at face value like a Zerg race from StarCraft, with the creep-like rootway that grows on the ground, but in actual fact, Aru plays much more like the Terran race from StarCraft, with their ranged infantry and siege tank-like units called Resonance, although the air units leans much more to the Zerg from StarCraft. The 3rd faction that is not available yet but will be ready to play by beta testing phase is Jorah, the Iron Republic. Founded and tempered by war, the people of Jorah have rallied to secure liberty with gunfire. Initially, I thought Jorah would be more like a Terran or mech, but on face value, yes, they might be a human race, but when it comes to playstyle, they're more of a swarm, hit and retreat kind of race that specializes in harassment. Jorah units has a special ability called Barriers that gives the units a temporary shield. Jorah units also fires magical ammunition called Charges. Charges does not regenerate naturally but needs to get replenished through the grid. The grid is a macro feature for the Jorah race that spawns from the town center, and you need to set up a supply line to replenish all of the units' charges through the grid. One of the immortals for the Jorah race is Dacker, the Commander General for the Dust Corps, once a mercenary and outlaw, now a key immortal for the Jorah faction. The 4th race that is not in the game and should be available on full game launch day is Iratek, the Zenith born, vibrant and imperious. The Iratek embodies the power of the sun. Iratek playstyle will be powerful units similar to Protoss from StarCraft 2. The Iratek will also have a Zerg creep-like feature called the Vineways that will create special buffs and unlock special skills for the units when on Vineways. This means the Iratek strategies will heavily be involved staying in contact and spreading the Vineways as fast as possible and as close as possible to enemy units. The 5th and final faction that is not in the game yet and will be on full launch day, the Hurlesh, the terror from beyond, born from the breach of unspeakable realms. Everyone thought these creatures was defeated, but these nightmare creatures rises again by the thousands from their sandy tombs. The Hurlesh tech tree is similar to the Zerg from StarCraft 1 with tons of swarmy, very expandable units. They will also feature a nuanced variant of spawning units like from a warp gate but called a breach. From the roadmap we have seen so far, there are 2 factions available in the closed alpha and 1 more faction to launch in the beta phase, and the other 2 factions on full game launch day. The devs was also discussing what should they launch next, maybe more immortals first for the current factions or a new faction. Based on the poll I did, everyone feels strongly the main focus should be to get the new faction out first. And even on that point, I added another poll and asked what faction everyone would love to see next, and majority voted Jorah. My personal feeling, I would love to see either the Iratek or the Hurlesh first. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? In this video, I only shared a small teaser on each of the factions. I do have a full unit tech tree and immortal overview for each of the factions, so if you want to see a full detailed breakdown, make sure you check out the video I'm leaving here. Also, if you want to be part of the alpha testing, I have another video in the description, the easiest way to get access to an alpha code in Immortal Gates of Pyre.